everybody, welcome to Cooking with Gina. My name is Gina Virginia Casella. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Gina Virginia Casella. And I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, Present Moment Alchemy. So what's cooking today? I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do is make some onion rings. And I've got some leftover lentil patties. These ones have some pickles mixed in there, and I think maybe even some sauerkraut. I don't even really remember now, but I do remember that they were pretty tasty. So I'm going to heat those up, and I'm wondering what's cooking in your kitchen today. Let me know in the comments. So I just chopped up my onion here, and I'm thinking, you know what, it's novelty, I think, to have onion rings. But I think I might be chopping this up into onion halves, if you will. I've never made onion rings before, and I want to have like big bites to bite into. And I'm going to be tossing it up in some Biscuit and baking it. So this is a bit of an experiment, and I'm looking forward to it. No matter what happens, I know it's going to be tasty. How about you? So I'm just going to bring you closer here. So I ended up doing quarters, if you will. There's really not too much to one onion. It's already wet on its own. And because I'm not deep frying it, it's not going to be like fully breaded with the Biscuit, and that's okay. So this is Betty Crocker Biscuit. And I've been using it for a while now, and I'm finally like past the halfway mark. So how much Biscuit will I add? I don't know, this much. Whoops. I just want enough to sprinkle it on. If I needed to, I'm sure I could add a bit of water to this, but I think it's fine. There's a nice light dusty layer sticking to it, so that's good for me. And I'm making a bit of a Biscuit mess here. And something I forgot to do is grease up my tray, so I'll just do that now. Okay, so I've got my pan greased up, and spontaneously I ended up adding some canola oil to my onion quarters, and then I added a little bit more Biscuit. I made a big snowy mess here tossing this. Upon reflection, I should have just kept some the way that they were, just for the sake of an experiment. But that's fine. I feel like usually I go for the olive oil when I'm, tossing veggies or whatever. I just did canola because it was in my hand. I'm finding, though, these are still very nicely powdered. And because of the canola oil, there's like chunks of powder on it. So I'm hopeful that's going to make for a tasty meal, if you will, or side dish, I should say. So I just have a few more pieces of onion. I'm wondering if I can just sneak them in here and there. I'm going to need another tray anyways for my for my leftover lentil burger. So I think I'll just get that right now. Okay, so even though I haven't made onion rings before, or onion quarters, if you will, that's what I'm doing. I'm feeling excited about it. Part of me was going to keep some of the onion ring, or some of the white onion, just as it was, so I could put it on my lentil burger, but whatever. I am getting more familiar with using Biscuit. It's too easy. Really loving it. And this just needs to bake. The onions anyways need to bake for about 9 to 13 minutes, somewhere in there. And then these patties are already cooked, so they just need to defrost. So I'm gonna wash some head lettuce, I don't buy head lettuce very often, but it's my favorite, I think, to have with burgers. I really like the crunchiness of it. And when I'm making salads, I tend to go for the thicker leafy greens like the green leaf lettuce, red leaf lettuce. I like to put cilantro and parsley. I like to mix all of the different various leafy um, vegetables, if you will, when I make a salad. Um, and I'm wondering about you. What kind of salad do you like on your burger? Um, these are not by any means a replacement for like a beef burger. Um, they're not even like in the chicken burger category. I find that these lentil burgers in themselves are more chicken burger than beef burger, if you will. But I'm finding the lentils just on their own. I don't really like it with ketchup and mustard. I like it with the mayonnaise and mustard. So I think I'm just going to slap that on. Maybe I'll mix it together. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do have a tomato. It's kind of on the orange side still, so I want to save it. Um, but I don't think I'm going to miss it on my lentil burger. I don't know. We'll see when I taste it. How do you like your lentil burgers? So all of a sudden it hit me that I'm hungry. I wonder if you can relate. I think just the smell of food and being around food triggers our appetite. It's about, well, it's already 1:45 in the afternoon. I've been up since 5 o'clock. Rosie and I have our little routine. I'm behind on the working out part, but cognitively, I've been working out, doing dragon dreams. So basically, I just have some coffee and I brush Rosie, and then I get busy working on dragon dreams. And so I published book 5, Sacred Phoenix Heart, which I just feel amazing about. I truly feel phenomenal. And it was easy to do. I did it on KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. It was really confusing for me at first because even though it's sold on Amazon.ca, it's called Kindle Direct Publishing. And so it's one and the same thing. Maybe you knew that, but if you're like me, uh, it's it was just hard to wrap my head around it because KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, allows you to make Kindle versions. So that just means basically it shrinks your book onto a screen like a cell phone or a PC that people can access, or you can access it by ordering a paper soft cover or a hardcover. So if you wanted to self-publish, KDP. So I'm just having a hard time focusing because at 1 o'clock the kitchen is mine, and I didn't get the kitchen until about 1:30 today. And even now, folks are in the background, and I feel frustrated. And I also feel frustrated because the other day, one of them ever so kindly told me that I need to bleach my mustache, and it's like, I just published my 5th book, and doing Cooking with Gina and focusing on hopes and dreams and things that bring folks joy out there and me relating and pouring my heart and soul. And, I just have to laugh that this is, I don't know what to call this. Is this celebration like in some bizarro world? It's like a very, like it's not exactly encouraging, and yet here I am continuously showing up. And that was something that was reflected in my dream journal recently, and it was also reflected in my shaman community. I belong to the Four Winds Shaman 21 community. We meet every new moon and full moon, and there's a special message, fire ceremony. It's really nice. And anyways, the other day we gathered and we were talking about what does it mean to be fierce? What does it mean to be fearless? And, we tend to think of being fearless as being strong and mighty and not being scared, but that doesn't mean that at all. Being fearless and being fierce means acknowledging that you're scared, acknowledging that you're terrified, all of these feelings, acknowledging them and embracing them. And rather than these feelings ruling over you, being fierce and being fearless means moving forward anyways. And that's the power of hummingbird energy, because you have to take the flight in order to develop your wings. And so it's really terrifying going on a journey, if you will, when your wings aren't even developed. And yet that's what it means to be fierce. That's what it means to be fearless. And that's what it means to have courage and to be brave. It's not about being perfect. And so I wonder, like, what are the negative voices around you and how are you shaking it off? I'm shaking it off with laughter and just sharing publicly this bizarro world that I'm mixed up in. And anyways, I really wanted to encourage you that if you wanted to publish a book, that you really can do it on KDP. You just Google it, Kindle Direct Publishing, and it's a lot easier than I thought it was. You just enter your banking information and your email address, and basically you upload whatever you want, and you let the machine know, the AI, if you want it to be a manuscript or a soft cover or a hard cover, and then it just processes it for you. So the really nice thing about using Kindle Direct Publishing on Amazon.ca is I get 40% of the sales. So every $100, I get $40. It really doesn't sound like a lot of money, especially because my books are priced at $20.24 Canadian. But the thing is, back in the day before KDP, when folks were publishing their books, they had to invest a lot of money, often $3,000 to $6,000, just straight up, to buy a bunch of copies of their books. And then they had to keep those books at home in a box in a safe place, make sure that no water or damage or anything gets to them. And then they had to be in contact with folks, either the person, like the clients purchasing the books, or they had to be part of some kind of publishing community where they would get a phone call saying, okay, you need to send a book to this address. And then publishers became the middleman to help, alleviate those concerns. But now you don't have to store or invest anything. You just, as people want your books or your Kindle for that matter, they just literally go online and it's theirs. And so with Kindle Direct, you get it right away on your device. Or if you want to wait till a 1 to 3 day period, you could have the soft cover or the hard copy in your hand. And I don't have anything to do with that processing. I just magically get money in my bank account each month. And it's a phenomenal feeling. And month to month, that varies depending on sales. And it's really, really cool. And there's lots of YouTube videos about how to do it. That's how I went about it. Back in the spring when I published the first 4 books, I had really bad brain fog. But now I look back and it's like, it was pretty easy. It's just where I was at. And so if you find yourself struggling, just remember you need to build familiarity with it like anything. But also if you're not feeling well and you're having brain fog, don't be hard on yourself. Just persevere and, you can try uploading it another time. Oh, and for what it's worth, there's a lot of times where KDP, it just doesn't work. Like sometimes it won't upload my manuscript and it has nothing to do with me. It's the actual KDP. So I don't know what's up with that. Some people might call it contrast, but whatever. So I'm just wondering how you can relate. Starting to smell really good here. And I think I'm going to, since I have 2 patties, I'm going to make this a triple decker. So I'm going to use 3 slices of bread. I'm going to butter them up. And then I'm going to mix up some mustard and mayonnaise, and still not sure how to say it. And I think I'm going to slice some pickles lengthwise. And I like things spicy, so there's still some of my dad's spicy peppers here. So the only concern I have is the juice is getting through. So I think strategically I'm going to put the lettuce on the bottom and the butter. And anyways, I can't wait. Oh, and how's my mustache? If you're wondering what I'm drinking, today I'm drinking Pepsi Zero. I didn't know this existed. I honestly thought it was regular Pepsi when I bought it. It's not too bad. I just like regular Pepsi. I don't like to get diet this or low sodium that. But I find it tastes better than Coke Zero. And I'm wondering about you. What do you enjoy? Lately, I'm just in the mood for junk food and sugary drinks, and that's okay. I'm wondering about you too. Oh, and I was going to mention quickly, I lost my train of thought earlier, but so yeah, book 5, Sacred Phoenix Heart, is available for purchase. And book 6, Feared and Revered, I'm finished it. It's just a matter of uploading it now onto KDP. And book 7, what did I call it now? An anthem, an elephant's anthem of liberation. And I just got this like vibe, if you will, like, you know, when you need to respond to the call. Well, I was responding to the call and like vigorously like working on my books. And then I was ready to publish book 6. And the universe, if you will, was like, don't worry about book 6, just finish up book 7 and then just publish book 6 and 7, like basically on the same day. So that's really exciting. And there's actually book 8 on my computer. It's just a bunch of random notes. And I'm really looking forward to that. I didn't realize how much I had to say. And I'm wondering how you connect with dragon dreams, hopes and dreams. The world needs hopes and dreams now more than ever. So I'm wondering about you. And I just feel like there's more to say, but I want to get back to my cooking here. And I want to thank everybody for supporting Cooking with Gina, because I almost stopped doing it about a week ago when I thought, what the hell, you know, I'll just keep making these videos. It's nice. It's a nice little souvenir collection. And transitioning into the vegan lifestyle, it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And yet I do find myself being a hypocrite. I haven't had any meat, but I'm like, you know, the other day I didn't think twice to pound some donuts, and those donuts had milk product in it. Or no, they didn't have milk product, they had egg white in it. So it's like vegan means no animal meat byproduct. And so just reminding myself of that while also appreciating food around me. So I said to myself, I can't keep doing that. I'm wondering if you can relate going through those motions. And if I'm using anything that's not vegan, please let me know in the comments and let me know what I can use as an alternative. So I just peeked on the onions, and I think we're getting a bit lost in time here and timelessness. So these have to be flipped over. And they look really good. I wonder if I can just flip them with my hand. Yeah, okay. Just quickly flip these over. Oh, it's hard not sneaking one now, even though it's not cooked. Yeah, something I'd like to do is play some music while I'm doing Cooking with Gina. I'm just not sure about copyright, and also not sure if it would like drown out my voice, but that's something to consider. I'm wondering, what kind of music do you like? I really like listening to classic rock. I also love Iron Maiden. I really love Cypress Hill. And who else do I love? I love dance music. I love all those 90s songs, hits from the 80s. My mom's side of the family listened to a lot of George Jones and Tammy Wynette, so I just music's really nostalgic for me. And I love the electric guitar, just like the blues. And right now I'm listening to a lot of New Kids on the Block. She's my favorite girl. I started listening to it, and then I'm the kind of person that like I'll play the same song on repeat all the time, and right now that's the song. And I want to, full disclosure, I actually want to make up a dance to it because I'm not in a dance class right now, and I need to, like I was mentioning earlier, get back with my routine. And I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I make it a point to do that? Um, I think it would be really fun, and who knows, maybe I'll perform it for you when I'm done. But right now, that's what I'm listening to. She's My Favorite Girl by the New Kids on the Block. And I was watching the video just to get some dance ideas. And I'm going to do the part where they like point out and then do the jump. And then I'm trying to figure out what they do with their feet. New Kids on the Block, I remember as a kid being really wowed by them. And they were like the boy band of all time when I was in grade 3. And I wonder if you can relate. Okay, so there was a little like burnt piece of onion and I ate it and it just tastes like burnt. It didn't taste like anything. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I have to remember I'm just cooking for me today. So I'm gonna take some little bit of mayonnaise, Veganese. This is Earth Island. I'm not being endorsed by any of these companies. Just letting you know what I'm using. Add some mustard. This is French's mustard. And then I was initially going to slice my pickles lengthwise, but I think I just want to go to town and chop them up so it's like a relish. Really good. These are baby dill President's Choice. That was really good. I washed some lettuce. It's just in the strainer over there. So I'm also wondering, when it comes to the paranormal, spooky stories, bumps in the night, love to hear about that in the comments from you. It's interesting because when people are sharing scary stories, I don't even know how to really respond to that question because it's like every day folks like myself experience supernatural phenomenon. It's not always something like big and grand. Those days are actually far and few. It's just every day, like downloading, for example, or feeling a presence, feeling a connection. But I think when people hear like spooky stories, it's something that like completely they didn't expect. And so I guess I'm feeling like a culture shift. I was part of a conversation the other day where folks were sharing out experiences, and I feel like maybe that was the intention, was they wanted to know about like spooky bump in the night type stories. And the only spooky story I have in that sense is when I was in grade 2, 2 angels came out of my wall, scared the crap out of me, and it changed me forever. And I'm actually still processing it, and you can read about that in, I don't remember which book. It's somewhere in books 1 to 4, and on my YouTube I actually talk about it as well. And then I took the transcript from YouTube and plugged it right into Dragon Dreams. Because, when you experience something, you start to second guess yourself and what you saw. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get that story in writing and then cut and paste it right into the Dragon Dreams, because whatever I said in 20, 40 years from now, I want to look back at that and remember that that's what unfolded, So anyways, I'm just going to add my pickles into my little mix here. Probably got a little bit pickle happy. That's okay. The sauerkraut, I don't know, should I mix that in or should I keep it separate? I don't know. Part of me wants to mix it in. And I think too, I'm going to mix in the hot peppers, just going to give my hands a rinse. So ideally, I enjoy the juiciness of the sauerkraut, but in this situation, I just want, I don't want all that extra juice in there. This is Kuhn sauerkraut. I really like it. And as far as the spicy peppers go, my dad made these using peppers in the garden. And he basically just blended it with oil, olive oil. That's probably too much peppers, but oh well, it's going to be tasty. So I feel like the onions are ready. And just take those out. Nice. I tidied up all the biscuit that I spilled everywhere. So if you see any, let me know in the comments. These look really phenomenal. They seem really hot. And really tasty. Oh. So I'm just going to turn this off. And stir up my sauce here. Looks really good, eh? I find when it comes to sauces, I don't like any sauce or I like a lot of sauce. Sometimes I like things kind of plain. And then I'm going to take 3 slices of bread here. I actually bought some brown bread, but that went in the freezer. So this is Wonder Bread. If you were wondering, I usually don't buy Wonder Bread. Usually I like to get the just like whatever the bakery at the store has made. I like to get the sourdough. If I do get a loaf of bread, typically I think it's Great Value name brand. And I always get the whole wheat. But when it comes to croissants or buns, I always get white bread. Same with, basically, unless it's, the only time I get brown bread is when it's like a loaf of bread. And the butter's a bit hard. I'm having a hard time spreading it. That's okay. Okay, and I'm just going to put the bread in the oven just for a moment because it's still nice and warm. I don't want to toast it. I just want to soften it. And I'll be right back, but not before sneaking one of these. Okay, so I keep snacking away at these onion rings or onion halves. They're really good. And I wonder, like, yeah, the onion rings are novelty shaped, but maybe it helps them crisp up a bit more because they're not so wide. I don't know. What do you think? So I just grabbed my bread from the oven. Okay, what to do? I got some nice lettuce here. feel like it's still kind of wet. Okay, it's gonna be worth it. Just patting this lettuce dry. Like I was saying, I like to use head lettuce on my burgers. I'm wondering, what do you like to use? It's good. I'm gonna put lettuce on both. I'm wondering, do you shred your lettuce when it comes to burgers? I don't. I like it when it's just in big pieces like this. I'm gonna add one more just for good luck. Okay, so, okay, now I'm going to add my patties. 1 and 2. I want to add salt and pepper. I don't want to forget. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And these patties, on one of the days where I didn't do cooking with Gina, I pulled these out of the freezer and it seemed to cook okay. And I want lots of sauce here. Oh yeah. Get some salt and pepper. This is Kirkland brand, in case you're wondering. I don't know if I said this out loud or in my head, but a point I wanted to make is I found, like whenever I had, when I was eating a carnivorous diet, whenever I had beef or chicken, one burger seemed to be suffice. But I find with the lentil burgers, maybe it's just these ones, I need like 2 of them. One is not enough. Okay, so I'm going to stack this right on top. I don't know, anybody have a ruler? Here's a pop can to give you some perspective. It's like the same height. You know, when you go to a restaurant and you get a burger and it has like a big knife in it holding it together, I typically don't like those kind of burgers. They're just like way too big for me. And I find that those burgers are mostly bun. There's not even a lot of burger. So here's my triple decker. I'm just going to get a plate and get some onions on there and party it up. And I just had a little reminder here that some of you like to watch the plating. So here I am plating my stuff. There's my burger. I will be eating both of these halves. Don't you worry. Scooch this over here for now. You know, when it's messy, it's going to be good, right? And I've got my onion rings here. And I think I'm just going to wipe some of the crumbs away and then come right back. Okay, so the time has come. I'm really delighting into this here. I can't wait to take a bite. So I'm just going to use my hands. Oh, I forgot to salt the onions. Would have been better to do it when they were hot, but whatever. Doing it now. That little bit of salt went a long way. I really enjoy the taste of raw salt. Wondering about you. It's like really good. You know, I made it a point to add the canola oil and then bake it, but really, I don't think I needed to do that. Okay, so anyways, I'm just going to pick this up. Oh, I lost the bottom. I think this is one of those situations that once you pick it up, you can't put it down. You know what it. Okay, here we go. Mm. It's everything I hoped and dreamed of and more. Mm. Turned out really good. What I'm really enjoying is the spiciness that's in there. Mm. It goes really good with the onion. It goes really good with the Pepsi Zero. And there's a nice balance of the pickles and sauerkraut. So it's a good thing I cut this in half because I'm going to take a picture of the other half and then get back down to chowing this down. So thank you so much for watching Cooking with Gina. Cooking is something that comes easy to me and brings me a lot of joy. And I thank you all for your encouraging words and for your views. Don't forget to hit the like when you watch a video. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Gina Virginia Casella. And I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, Present Moment Alchemy. If you'd like a copy of any or all of the Dragon Dream series, books 1 to 5, you can get that on Amazon.ca. Just type in my name, Gina Virginia Casella, Dragon Dreams, and they'll come up. The link right now, it's in my Facebook story, and I'm really excited about it. And everything's kind of like a blur right now, but book 6 is done, and book 7, I'm about halfway through reading that over, and so sometime next week, those are both going to be available as well. If you don't know where to start, I would start with book 5, just because, you know, like any new release, all the hype is there. And really, like anything in life, I don't think it matters where you start. It just matters that you start. It's based on dreams half remembered and half misunderstood, and it's all like weaving. And even myself, while I'm writing it, it's like, didn't I already talk about that? Or, well, now I have this new perspective about it. And Grim Reaper today, having conversations with me, who's actually the cosmic custodian. We're the ones who call him the Grim Reaper. He's had conversations with his other Grim Reaper folks, and they're known as cosmic custodians. Each dimension has their own name for the cosmic custodian, and ours would like us to call him the cosmic custodian, but he understands that he's known as the Grim Reaper. If you say cosmic custodian, nobody knows who you're talking about, but if you say Grim Reaper, everybody knows it's him. And that information is in book 5, but this morning we were talking about, like, why don't we just call him the Reaper? Why do we have to call him the Grim Reaper? Because there's a lot of highlights to him. And anyways, I gotta chow down. This is good. So thank you again for watching Cooking with Gina. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube at Gina Virginia Casella. And I'd love for you to join my Facebook group, Present Moment Alchemy. And I would really love for you to grab a copy of Dragon Dreams, Book 5, Sacred Phoenix Heart. That's the latest one. And you can get it on Amazon.ca. Until next time, see ya. Take care.